Well, good morning. How is everyone? Doing good? I'm good because my Longhorns won last night, but sorry, Aggies. But seriously, I'm glad we won. Today is the beginning of Advent. Advent, the beginning of the new liturgical year for the church. Some people say it's our Catholic New Year. And in this Advent season, we're called to re-examine our faith and to see where we stand in relationship to God. So this week is the week of hope. Hope. There's 4 weeks of Advent. There's hope, peace, joy, and love. And this week we begin with hope. And we hope in God's promise of love. The promise that began with the birth of Jesus, the promise that he's with us every day, and the promise that he will come back again in glory. It's a period of anticipation and patiently waiting for the great things to come. But I ask you, are you patient? Any patient people here? I don't see any hands. So who remembers this commercial? Anticipation. I'm not going to sing it. Anticipation is making me wait. It's worth the wait. It's slow good. You remember that commercial? Anybody? Heinz ketchup. Remember the people standing around waiting for the ketchup to drip out of the bottle? We don't see that commercial anymore. And there's a reason why we don't see that commercial anymore. Is because we're not patient. No one here is patient. We don't like waiting. No one likes to wait. I mean, where would we be without DoorDash or Amazon Prime? I mean, who wants to wait for deliveries anymore? Nobody. And if you want to know something about anything going on in the world, what do? You pick up your phone. You have instant information. My friends, we like things done quickly, promptly. And what happens when they don't get done on our time frame? We get impatient. We get tired. We get angry with ourselves. We get angry with others. And sometimes we get angry at God because he doesn't always operate on our time frame. So I want you to think for a minute about how much waiting we do every day. Here's some surprising statistics. Americans spend 37 billion hours a year waiting in line. On average, everybody here will wait almost 1 hour a year at a red light. If you live to age 80, 6.5 months of your life is spent sitting at a red light. 32 minutes, average time, waiting for your doctor. 21 minutes waiting for your spouse to get ready. 50 hours a year sitting, not moving in traffic. In our lifetime, we will spend 6 months waiting in line for things and 43 days on hold with customer service. Do you know how much all this waiting equates to in your lifetime? 5 years. My friends, you will spend 5 years of your life waiting for something. And when we do that, we get impatient. Which is ironic, but not ironic, that this season of Advent is about waiting. It's about waiting. That's what we're celebrating, is waiting patiently for the baby Jesus, but waiting patiently for the coming of Christ a second time. And to really, really celebrate Advent, my friends, we have to become comfortable with waiting, because that is what Christ is telling us. We must be vigilant, but we must wait. So I'm going to ask you, this Christmas, give yourself a new present. Something that money can't buy. Give yourself some patience, because we all need patience. Patience is the virtue upon which every other virtue depends. Patience. And that's what we're being asked to do. Jesus is not saying don't be frightened, don't be scared. He's saying stand up, be alive, be present. Don't be worried about running around trying to do something. Patience gives us the time to think clearly. You remember what St. Paul, it's not in our readings today, but at every wedding, what did St. Paul tell the Corinthians? Love is patient. Patient. Why does he start love with patience? It's because every attribute of love depends on patience. You think about it. If you're in a hurry or you're frustrated, your ability to love someone is compromised. Everything you do to show you love someone, listening, being with them, offering them compliments, giving them a gift, forgiving someone, all of those things require time. They require your time. They require you to be patient and not move at a frantic pace. It's said that if the devil can't make you sin, he'll make you hurry. He'll make you impatient. And that, my friends, is what we need to see this Advent season, is that we live such hurried lives, going from one thing to another. We have to regain our patience with ourselves, our patience with our loved ones, and our patience with God. We have to learn to live in the moment. So as you think about that, Frank Lloyd Wright, people have heard of Frank Lloyd Wright, the famous architect. He described a childhood event that profoundly influenced his whole life. He said one winter he and his uncle were crossing a snowy field. His uncle was a no-nonsense kind of man, very impatient, wanted things done on his time frame. The uncle crossed the field directly, fast, straight line, went right across the snowy field. Frank, on the other hand, meandered all over the field. He looked at a stream. He looked at a bird. He took his time and walked all over the field. When he finally got to the edge, his uncle, who was impatiently waiting for him, he said to him, "Frank, notice how your tracks wander aimlessly from fence to cattle to woods and back again. And see how my tracks aim directly to my goal. There's an important lesson in life in that." Years later, Frank Lloyd Wright said he did indeed learn one of the most important lessons in life. He said, "I determined right then not to miss most things in life, as my uncle did." My friends, none of us like to wait, not even for a little while. But this season, that is what we're being asked to do, to wait patiently, to be a patient person. Jesus doesn't want us to miss the important things in life. If we go straight ahead fast, you'll miss it. It'll fly by you. Instead of rushing to find life, slow down, and you might find that your life is waiting on you. My friends, it's time. It's time to live the life that Jesus gave us. It's time to live the life that he wants you and me to live. As the commercial said, it's a life that really is slow good. Amen?